Hey guys, Brendan, by the way, that audio guy. Today we're going to talk about the different types of reverbs and why you would want to use them. So the first one is a convolution reverb. So for example, you pull open a reverb and it has all of these different spaces. So rooms, halls, plates, spring, indoor, outdoor, blah, 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 blah. And that basically means you take an impulse response, which is like a clap or something. So if you've ever gone into a large room like a factory or a warehouse and you clap, it goes So you take that's the impulse response of that factory. Then you load it up into a reverb that can process that impulse. So here, they've got impulses for all of these different things. So large hall, guitar hall, string hall, concert hall, chapel, whatever. So which one is best? It totally depends on what you're doing. So the other type of reverb is an algorithmic reverb. Now, all you need to know is basically that this is computer-generated reverb. Okay, it's not based off of an impulse from a real live space. So this one computes that space. They've programmed it to compute what that type of reverb would sound like. Now, which one is better? It doesn't really matter. It just depends on your source and what you're going for. Now, one thing to know is that convolution type reverbs that require impulses like this usually are a little more taxing on your CPU because it has to load a real impulse, a real audio file, and then run your audio through that processing, whereas this is all computer generated and it runs that way. So those are two different types of reverbs. They sound slightly different depending on what you do, but then again, the reverb possibilities are limitless. As you can see here, this is just the one built into Logic. I mean, there are thousands and thousands of reverbs because how many different types of spaces are there in the world? I mean, there are millions. You can go anywhere and grab a clap sample or whatever it may be and throw it into a convolution reverb and get that room sound. So which one is better? Which one should you choose? It just totally depends, okay? There is no definitive rule about reverb. My rule about reverb is, does it work? Does it sound good? And remember, the point of reverb is to place your sound source somewhere. So I'll just use this as an example. If you have less reverb, your sound will appear closer. Okay, and the more reverb you have, the more distant it will sound. And you want all of your instruments to cooperate with each other. So if your drums sound like they're back here or whatever it may be, you know, over here, then maybe make your guitars and your piano fit in around the same area. Now you can do that by sending a certain type of reverb to a bus and then send everything through that bus so they all have that similar room sound. Okay, reverb is meant to place your sound in a certain space. So if it sounds good, then roll with it. Don't get caught up about which one is best, because neither one is best. They're just different. Just experiment, play around with it, and see what you like. See you guys soon.